There he is, guys. A Hollywood star. Steve-O is in the KROQ studios right now. What's up, dude?
Well, it's good to be here, man. Thank you.
I won all the bets. Everyone said Steve-O won't be on time. Steve-O's going to be sleeping. Steve-O's going to be in a different state. Steve-O's going to have COVID. I said, no, he's going to be here. And look at that. Like, on time, 20 seconds before you're supposed to be here, you walk right in the studio like a pro.
Yep, that's right.
That's how you do it.
Welcome to KROQ. It's good to have you back. We've got some fun stuff planned for you today, and I know people that wanted to talk to Steve-O, 800-520-1067. Chance for you to see Steve-O. We'll talk about your live comedy show. But what happened? First of all, a lot of people lost things, missed out on things because of COVID. You probably had the most fun week planned of anyone, and then you get the positive COVID test, and you missed Royal Rumble, and you missed your premiere of the new Jackass movie in the same week.
Yeah.
No one can top that. Like, those were probably two of the most fun things you were looking forward to all year.
I don't know. I think Eric Andre had his movie. It wasn't because he got COVID. It was because of the shutdown. But they had the billboards everywhere, the commercials, the trailers, and then, boom, it shut down. And his movie, Bad Trip, which was so good, got screwed. Then there's Motley Crue. They had a sold-out stadium tour.
And they couldn't do it either.
Yeah. But that's back on for this summer.
Well, now that Tommy Lee's penis is the biggest star of Hulu, I can understand why. It's just...
Yeah, but Steve-O, did you miss out on things and you also felt like crap, or were you asymptomatic and you just had to sit it? Because that's I think worse when you're like feel great but you can't go just because you have that positive.
Right.
Test.
Yeah, I felt fine. I never would have known that anything
that you
was
had
up.
COVID.
Right.
How can Steve-O know when he feels pain anymore? At this point, like, I got news for you. Like, the worst case of COVID is nothing compared to what you've gone through. You just pick one of your Jackass movies, let alone all of them.
Right. And, you know, and I'm such an attention whore that there's two possible scenarios. You know, no positive COVID test, and I walk the red carpet like everybody else does, and there's nothing special.
Which people are doing. They're like, I feel great. Who cares if it's positive? Still going out.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But had I gone to the premiere, there wouldn't have been anything notable about it. Mm-hmm. And because I couldn't go to the premiere, I was able to make this super fun YouTube video called Why I Was Banned from the Jackass Premiere, and the thing was like gangbusters.
Right.
And I get such a kick out of that.
Yeah, it's weird. I watched the videos, you FaceTiming with everyone there, having a good time, and you're sitting there, not at the premiere, and you were I saw you on your bus, and this bus, of course, is all part of why Steve-O is here today. It's not just to hang out with us, catch up with KROQ, but the Bucket List Tour, which is coming to L.A. March 10th at the Novo, and, of course, for all the details, you know, Steve-O's website, steve-o.com. But, I mean, if you think about the movie, top-rated movie yet again, I think the Jackass movies are the most fun movies to go to in theater, which is why I was actually, at first, I was angry. I was like, you can only see it in theaters. And then I go, this is so genius, because being around other people all laughing at the same idiotic stuff together is such a cathartic thing, and it's so much funnier. Like, when I sit in my house, watch it with my wife, she'll be like, she'll laugh and say it's funny, but then I feel like she'll judge me too just because I'm laughing at dumb stuff. But when you're around a bunch of other idiots that are laughing, it's the greatest thing ever.
It really is kind of like going on a roller coaster ride.
You know, this year, the Academy Awards, for the first time ever, are letting the public pick a movie. And we are starting right now a brand new campaign on KROQ that you don't even know you've walked into. It's hashtag Get Jackass an Oscar. And this is the year. Voting is happening right now. It's only happening until March 3rd. People can vote, and the public could actually get you guys an Oscar. Like, you could be Steve-O Oscar winner.
It's something I've thought about since the first movie we made.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I have this delusional dream that I can accept an Oscar, and while on stage accepting it, put it up my butt.
Oh, my God. Gosh, if you don't vote, stop everything right now. You're
Where
hearing
can we vote? Let's go.
This is an amazing thing now. The hashtag, we're putting all the details up at our socials. If you use the hashtag Get Jackass an Oscar, we can make this happen. And Steve-O, just imagine, they cut to Meryl Streep in the crowd after Steve-O does that. Oh, my God.
Do you think that they would...
I started training for this stunt by going to the...
With a VMA? How did you start? What?
Such a painful one to start with.
No, I went to one of the souvenir shops on Hollywood Boulevard and just bought like toy one.
Really?
And you know, the head of the Oscar statue is no issue, but man, those shoulders present a problem.
Shoulders are broad.
I've got more training to do.
Yeah, which souvenir did you go with? Did you go with like World's Best Girlfriend one, World's Favorite Teacher, or which one of the fake Oscar ones?
I wasn't picky. I think I just grabbed the first one. I think it said
the smallest looking one.
Dad.
Yeah, well,
Best dad.
world's best dad.
And it's in my garage still with poop on the head.
Oh my God. We need to make this happen.
This guy, I'm telling you right now, the Oscars are going to be very upset. When they brought this up, they're thinking some art film that no one really saw is going to win. If we can somehow make the vote change and it can be get Jackass an Oscar, this is real. This would be a moment. They would have to give it to you on stage, and you would do this. I mean, you're right. You've committed to this now. You're committing. Sure. I can't imagine
like the playoff music.
Oh, well, they have to play him off?
What? Yeah, they have to play you off.
Steve's going,
while you're still trying to dribble it. And they have to start the music over and over again.
How would the speech go, Steve? Let's go and workshop this.
I just find myself thinking in all seriousness that's a really clever move for the Oscars to make. Because
ratings are down.
Ratings have been just going way, way down.
Yeah, all of a sudden, we had this weird spike in our ratings where all of a sudden it had Super Bowl ratings, and it was right when Steve-O gerbiled the Oscar. We tried to play him off, but no, they wouldn't do it. If you need any more incentive to vote, the movie's so great. I have to say, I haven't laughed like that. I think the world needs it now more than ever. A guy like you've made it your mission, dude, and now you've done so many other things. Obviously, support animals and this and that. You've really figured out. I've had the joy of throughout my time on radio, I get to talk to Steve-O probably every 5 years or whatever. We touch bases. I've seen so many different versions of you, but it's always been I want to make people happy. I want to do things for society to make it better.
Well, thank you.
And now the fact that you're still alive, I think already means people lost a lot of bets. The over-unders.
Oh, man, yeah, that celebrity death pool really took a walloping from me.
Yeah, it sure did. People lost money on Steve-O, but here he is today, and this is, in fact, Omar said, hold on, this is even more exciting. We have new production now to make this official. This is the year that Jackass gets an Oscar. Listen to this. Now you know it's real. Hold on.
Get Jackass an Oscar.
It's official now. Steve-O, you're on board? You're on board with this plan?
Sure.
Steve-O's not going anywhere. I know that there's people that want to say things to Steve-O. We will get to your calls. This is big. Steve-O is here in the KROQ studios, 106.7, the world famous. Steve-O returns, looks good. He's drinking something healthy, I would imagine, right now. Rocking the liquid death in his left hand. This man has defied death on a regular basis. Quickly, I know that you always have time for your fans. Daniel, you've been waiting on the phone all morning to talk to Steve-O. Go ahead, Daniel.
Hey, good morning. How are you, Steve-O?
I'm great, brother. How are you?
Cool. I'm doing all right. Just really quick, wanted to tell you, watch Jackass, the show and the movies from the beginning. It's awesome. You guys are doing awesome. I love it.
Cool, man. Was there a question there?
Yeah, sorry, just really quick. I don't know if you remember this or not, but about 10 years ago or more, you came to fly on Delta Airlines, and you came to me to check you in, and it wasn't letting me check you in, and it said to call the number. So I called the number, and they said you were on the no-fly list.
Oh, yeah? Okay. I did get arrested on a Delta flight back in 2004.
And you were the TSA? Are you TSA, Daniel, or do you work for Delta?
No, I'm the Delta agent.
Oh.
Right.
So you had to tell Steve-O he couldn't get on his plane a decade ago?
Yeah.
You didn't help him get on?
You know,
I tried, but they didn't let me.
I'm really excited to put together a new YouTube video called My 10 Craziest Arrests.
Oh, was that one of them? Would that have been one of them?
Dude, yeah, it's all on video. It's pretty epic. I used to smoke cigarettes way back then. Yeah, and this happened in 2004 too, so almost 20 years ago. And every flight I got on, they always said, this is a non-smoking flight, and federal law prohibits tampering with a smoke detector in the lavatory.
Right.
So I just took that to mean that federal law didn't prohibit smoking a cigarette in my seat.
Smart.
I never I never tampered with the smoke detector. I only tampered with a cigarette, and I never even left my seat.
And what happened?
Well, it was on a flight to Panama City for spring break, and I was
Story checks out.
Puffing away on my cigarette, and the flight attendant came and asked me to put it out. I put it out on my wrist.
Oh my god!
Like sizzling my flesh.
Stop.
And I didn't do that right away. So technically, I did whatchamacallit, disregard instructions from a flight attendant.
Yeah, I get it.
And then as soon as I put that one out, I lit up another one.
Oh.
And I definitely said things I'm not proud of.
So they banned you. So you were banned from just that airline, or you were banned from?
When the plane landed, everybody stayed in their seats. The cops came on the plane and removed me, and it was more of a catch and release situation. and ultimately it ended up in just me paying a fine, as I understand it. But I honestly didn't know that I was ever on an actual no-fly list because I've never had a problem flying.
What did it say, Daniel, when you scanned his ticket? It said he can't fly?
Oh, no. It just said before I finished the check-in to call this number. So I called it as a number, and I think it went like FBI.
Right.
And they said, no, do not check him in.
It's just Johnny Knoxville being like, kick him in the junk. Just
Man, Steve-O, this is like, you're a trendsetter.
Yeah, really?
Now everybody's getting arrested on flights.
Yeah, that's
Right.
nothing now. That wouldn't even make news these days. That happens every time. Anyone goes anywhere now.
Right, how about that? But I would like the record to reflect that I've been very well behaved for many, many years now, over a decade.
Guy's wearing a collared shirt right now.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm shocked.
Really
Look at
is.
this. Smells nice and everything.
And I'm approved by TSA pre-check. So
Oh,
yeah.
look at that. This guy's TSA pre. He's not a name dropper, but there you go. He's in the club. Let's talk about the show that's happening in L.A., and people can go and see you live. If they have not experienced Steve-O live, it's worth it. I've seen Steve-O perform comedy many times. And what is happening on March 10th?
Oh, dude, this is my bucket list tour. And it's so exciting for me because all of my worlds have converged into one. I've been doing stand-up since 2010, like really relentlessly touring the comedy club circuit. I did that for 11 years. And over the course of those 11 years, my comedy became multimedia. And now where I've landed, the bucket list is a bunch of ideas that I had for the longest time, which I never thought were actually going to happen because they were that messed up, you know? And then I decided now I'm deep in my 40s. I gotta hurry up and do the craziest stuff ever before it becomes creepy to watch me do it.
Not slowing down.
Right, and so I've been knocking it out. And then now after each bit in the show, I screen the footage of the culmination of that bit. So that's how it's multimedia. It's a magical journey through this bucket list, and after each bit, I screen the footage.
What is the most dangerous thing you plan on doing on the 10th?
Well, I've gotten away with it. So this plays it plays like a sort of a Too Hot for Jackass premiere. Like what was
Too
I not?
hot for Jackass?
Illegal in some
Scary.
states, right?
Oh
Some of the things are
no.
illegal in some states.
Totally illegal across the boards. Like I got a medical professional in disguise to administer stolen general anesthesia drugs into an IV in my arm while I was riding a bicycle through a field.
National treasure. Steve-O is a national treasure. Guys, if you don't go to this, I don't know what's wrong with you. What could you possibly be doing on the 10th of March?
Let me tell you a couple other ones. I got another medical professional to put a 4-inch needle into my spine, inject a drug into my spinal cavity to paralyze me from the waist down while I was in a full sprint.
Oh my God!
Yeah, these things are very illegal.
Do you practice with the Oscars in this? Are we going to see you practicing
You're
shoving the
practice
Oscar?
the Oscar going gerbil style?
That's for my next tour.
Okay.
That's for
Steve-O, do you feel like, you see people on TikTok doing stupid crap like inhaling tanning spray and you're like, come on, man, like I've actually been going through the effort. Like the new generation of jackasses are so sad compared to all the things that you've been doing and are doing on this tour.
Let's not throw everybody into the same basket. I think that there are content creators out there who are very worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
Who
you
knows?
see stuff sometimes and you go, I wish I had thought of that.
I can tell you that when we filmed, when the Jackass TV show first came out, it started off with a warning. It said, do not attempt anything you see. Do not submit any videos. We won't even watch them.
Right, I remember that.
And then 10 years later, when we were filming Jackass 3D, we were pouring through YouTube looking for ideas.
Oh, really? That's great. That's fantastic. Steve-O is here. Do not, if you can hang for another second.
Yeah,
usually,
dude, I love it.
Usually, this is when we would do Ally Knows the News, but we're going to change it up because Steve-O's here. You get to battle Steve-O. $100. We'll pay the money. $100. Steve-O knows the news. Has he been paying attention to what's been going on in the world? And can we get this man an Academy Award?
On my way over here, I called my sister and I said, Cindy, I need a Cliff Notes version of why everybody cares about Ukraine and the significance of this invasion.
Steve-O will break it down for us all. Finally, we got our expert. We will get to that after this. In 20 seconds, Steve-O's going to break down the conflict between Russia and the Ukraine. Go ahead, Steve-O.
Okay, Vladimir Putin is the evil genius supervillain. he does not want Ukraine to join NATO, because then in his backyard there would be all these high-level missiles and stuff, much like when Russia put missiles in Cuba in the 1960s. Okay, so that's what this is all about. Now, what's interesting is how the West is taking him on. They're going after his money by removing Russia from what's called SWIFT. And that's never been done, and that's interesting. My sister does not think this is going to actually mean real war for any of the Western countries.
Steve-O breaking down the conflict in a way that only Steve-O can. Anderson Cooper, Don Lemon, move over, because that was I understood.
So helpful.
That
That was
really good.
actually useful, and now I understand what's going on. If you remember anything from this, remember to go see Steve-O at his live show happening on March 10th in LA, and remember this.
Get Jackass an Oscar.
Hashtag get Jackass and Oscar. Steve-O will gerbil it on stage. Steve-O, a pleasure to have you back on
Thank
KROQ,
you, man.
dude.
One last thing I want to say is that this show on March 10th at the Novo in Los Angeles is by far the biggest performance of my life. The stars are coming out. The suits are coming out.
Wow.
And this is going to be my opportunity to show the entertainment industry just how special the convergence of my worlds really is.
That's why he's the man who needs
Love
one
it.
name and one vowel. Steve-O has done it again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Klein Ally Show. KROQ. KROQ.